Hey guys, it's Dells Weird here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the sleek Ivee Sleek alarm clock. It is a smart alarm clock that's able to control your home by way of Wi-Fi, and it can connect to different devices as of now, such as the Staples Connect, Lowe's Iris, SmartThings alarm system, the Philips Hue lights, the Nest Learning thermostat, and the Belkin Wemo switches. With support for Dropcam, iControl, Spotify, Logitron, Goji, Fitbit, and Nike Fuel coming soon. That's not specified yet, but it will be able to work with that as soon as, I guess, mid 2015. The manufacturer's suggested retail price is around, I believe, $179. Although if you look on eBay like I did, you can easily find it for just under around $70. Uh, it features a built-in rechargeable battery that it will not let it work on the battery, although it is for the time, date, and alarms to be backed up. It has dual beamforming microphones, a temperature sensor, a light sensor. It's running on embedded Linux, and it has an FM radio with built-in antenna. It doesn't necessarily work well with the built-in antenna, although if you're really close to a radio station, you'll pretty easily be able to find it. It has 128 megabytes of memory, 256 megs of flash storage, a 4.3-inch TFT LCD display, and Wi-Fi, which is running at 802.11bg. So without further ado, here's a little demo of it. Like I said, it's able to connect to a few things such as, Lowe's Iris, the Nest, thermostat, and Wemo, which those three devices are all that I actually own for, smart connectivity so far. So let me just, first of all give you a little bit of a demo of the Ivee features themselves. So in other words, the alarms, uh, you know, brightness control of the screen by voice, the date, and weather. Just as a little thing. Hello, Ivee. And by the way, the command word for Ivee is... Hey guys, Dells Weird here, and today I'll be reviewing the Ivee Sleek Smart Alarm Clock. This is an alarm clock that is essentially able to control your home by way of Wi-Fi. It can connect to Staples Connect, Iris, SmartThings, Philips Hue, Nest Learning thermostat, and Wemo, with support for Dropcam, iControl, Spotify, Logitron, Goji, Fitbit, and Nike Fuel coming soon. The manufacturer suggests the retail price of it is around $179, although if you look on eBay, you can easily find it for just under $70, new, in box. So that's, just check on eBay first before you do order it from Ivee themselves. So without further ado, let me just show you guys what the design of Ivee looks like. Essentially, it has a 4.3-inch TFT LCD display. It is not color, it's just, I guess, black and white with a little hint of blue. There's nothing on the left side. Nothing on the right side. On the front here, I believe here and here, is a dual beamforming microphone, so essentially it could hear you from a room away. On top, you have, let me just focus in on here, there we go. You have the volume control here, a snooze and Ivee command button, and this, I believe, is just for searching through the different things that you could get on here, and brightness while in idle mode. And on the back, sorry for the bad video quality, and yeah, but you have a USB for phone charging, USB 2.0, auxiliary cord, power cable, IVR, which is Ivee voice recognition, so essentially if you say the command word, hello Ivee, she will understand you, by voice without touching this button. And the reset button. This is also a speaker in the back here, and that's just pretty much what you have on the Ivee itself. No, on her. I don't know, I don't really know what you want to call it, but anyway. It has built-in rechargeable battery as well for just for timekeeping and date keeping, and your alarm settings. It has a temperature and light sensor, and it's running on embedded Linux. And one thing that I don't like about this is it also has an FM radio, although because of the fact that this has an inbuilt antenna, the radio is very, very staticky and just not good. But that's, just about it. And it connects via 802.11bg Wi-Fi. So yeah. But without further ado, here's a little demo. First I'm going to start out with the Ivee command list, which basically I'm going to try out setting an alarm, setting the different brightness controls, asking her the weather, and, tell me something funny or scary. See how that works out. So, first let me ask her to change my second alarm to off. Hello, Ivee. Set alarm 2 to off.
Alarm 2 is on and set for 12 a.m.
This brings me to something that I really am not happy about with Ivee. It's basically that she doesn't understand you a good amount of the time. Let me try that again with the preset Ivee command, which is essentially, a foolproof way of her to most likely understand you. Okay, so, hello Ivee. Turn off alarm 2. This will hopefully make her understand me, although I can't guarantee it.
Alarm number 2 is now off.
There you go. Hey guys, Dells Weird here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a review of the Ivee Sleek Smart Alarm Clock. This is an alarm clock that essentially can connect to your home and control your home by way of Wi-Fi. It can actually connect to Staples Connect, Iris, SmartThings, Philips Hue, Nest for the learning thermostat, and Wemo switches, with support for Dropcam, iControl, Spotify, Locktron, Goji, Fitbit, and Nike Fuel devices coming soon. The manufacturer's suggested retail price of this little guy is $179, although if you look on eBay you could easily find it for just under $70 new in box. So that's what I would actually recommend, and that's what I did. Anyway, I'm going to disconnect the little guy here and show you guys a little bit of an overview of what it looks like. This is the power cable, by the way. On the back, you have a USB 2.0 port for charging your phone, if this is next to your bedside and you don't have an extra port. An auxiliary cable, power cable, the IVR on-off, and reset switch, as well as a rear-facing loudspeaker. By the way, IVR is essentially short for Ivee Voice Recognition, which essentially means that if it's on, you could just say, "Hello, Ivee," the command word, and she will understand you and, get you to start speaking. But if it's off, you have to press this button, which it doubles as the, voice recognition / snooze button. And yeah, then there are these two buttons, which essentially are for volume. This is volume. And this is turning off and on your, alarms, basically, as well as brightness control if you're in the main page, I guess you could say, of the Ivee. There's nothing on the right side, nor on the left side. And on the front is where Ivee basically is. Well, at least the 4.3-inch TFT LCD display. And there are also two dual beam-forming microphones, as well as a temperature and light sensor inside of it. It's running on embedded Linux, and it has an FM radio, which it's inbuilt, so there's no external antenna. Therefore, the connectivity of it isn't necessarily, or the clarity of it isn't necessarily that great. But I'm gonna let this little guy boot up. And while that happens, I'm gonna be rambling off a little bit more about the Ivee and what I think of it. Also, before I forget, it is running embedded Linux. So you'll see, you know, a little bit of a design of Linux booting, I guess. And yeah, this thing has the dimensions of it are 5.5 inches by 3.40 inches by 2.16 inches. It's running an ARM9 400 megahertz processor. It has 128 megabytes of memory, 256 megabytes of flash storage, the TFT 4.3-inch LCD display running at 480 by 272, and 802.11 Wi-Fi, BG Wi-Fi. So, as you could tell, it is now booted up, and this is the main screen that you're obviously going to be, always going to be greeted with. And, yeah. I'm not sure if you could see that too well, but on the top left corner, there we go, on the top left corner, there was a little red dot-looking thing. Essentially what that was is that it was still connecting to your network and to their servers, to the Ivee servers rather. And that is an issue that I've been having for some reason with this. I called Ivee, I emailed Ivee and called actually, and they said that, you know, if it keeps doing it, then just call us again. But it does it once in a while now, so I'm not too worried actually. But anyway, let me just, you know, give you a little overview. So this little thing here is essentially the IVR button, well not button rather, the indicator, and the two little things that are dimmed here, not sure if you're able to see them, but those are essentially the alarm 1 and alarm 2 indicators. Then you have the time and the written out date, so Saturday, March 21st, and it's 12:42. Basically, this thing is really good from what I've been using it. Although it does have its quirks where it just does not understand me, and it just gets extremely confused and just either says, "I'm sorry, I cannot connect to servers," or "I'm sorry, I wasn't able to understand you," or something along those lines. So I'm not sure whether to blame Ivee for that, or my network, my speech, or the AT&T speech APIs that they use, but it is something that I don't understand completely. But, you know, it works for the most part, and I have it set up for it to connect to my Iris alarm system. My Fitbit was not able to connect to it, but I do have my Wemo switches, and my Wemo switch rather, and that's about it. No, and my Nest home learning thermostat connected to it. So it does work, but like I said, a little bit of an issue with it. The Ivee command lists include things like, "Hello Ivee, turn off alarm 1. That hopefully shouldn't work because the alarm itself is off now, but
Alarm number 1 is now off.
There you go. So it did, you know, work that way. I could ask her questions such as, hello Ivee, what is the current brightness? She thinks.
The brightness is currently set to 10.
There you go. Hello Ivee, what will the date be on Thursday? So essentially, what will the numerical date be on Thursday?
Currently, no one is at home.
See, so she completely lost her mind and said no one is at home, which that is an Iris device, or Iris command response. So again, it does lose itself a little bit, but I can also ask it a few things such as, hello Ivee, tell me something interesting.
The time is now 12:45 p.m.
That technically shouldn't go under something interesting, so she didn't understand me again. So, don't know why it does that, but, you know. I can also do control the radio, although once I do turn it on, I cannot turn it off by voice, since the radio itself will interfere with her voice recognition technology. So I'm not going to do that, but to do it, you would essentially say the command word and then turn on the radio, or turn on the radio to 101.1 FM. You could do sleep sounds. There's 6 sleep sounds, and you could play it for up to 2 hours. It ranges from nice little beach sounds to birds to just tribal type music. It's pretty good, actually. I've used it a few times. It works. You can ask her the stock price of the company, so let's actually do that. Hello, Ivy. What is the stock price of Apple? She supposedly should just answer. Again, she doesn't answer most of the questions.
Apple is trading at $125.90, down $1.60 or minus 1.3% for the day.
So she did understand me that time, although she does have a lot of trouble understanding me once in a while. When it happens constantly. But then there are those days where it just works flawlessly, so I believe that it most likely is a AT&T voice recognition or server error, not my network error, or my error. You could also do things such as, what's the price of Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin. You could check for system updates by just saying the command word and system update, your current system version, or you can actually do the current indoor temperature. But for some reason, again, she doesn't understand me, or I'm not sure if the sensor is deactivated with the current version that it's running, which is the latest version. But let me just see if I can, for the sake of this demo, try to activate the current indoor temperature command. Hello, Ivy. What is the current indoor temperature?
Failed to get temperature of the thermostat.
Okay, so from what I understand, she tries to connect to either my Iris or Nest, so I'm not sure why, but she does. Yeah. Anyway, you can also do, what is the weather like? What's the weather going to be on Thursday in Philadelphia, or something along those lines. Then you have Iris, which is my home alarm system. And that you could actually turn on and off, or on or partial in the devices. You could check the status of a specific sensor, so, the hallway motion sensor or something like that. You could turn on a lock. You could lock a lock. You could set the home mode to either away, vacation, home, or night. Since the Iris connects to your locks, cameras, and irrigation controls, and window blinds. That is possible. Then, finally, we have the Nest commands list. So, I have my Nest name set as whole home, since I don't have multiple nests in my house, and I don't have multiple houses. So, to say, turn it to a specific temperature, there are 2 ways you could do this. You could either say turn on the fan or off, which is just the fan. You could set whole home to heat, cool, or heat and cool mode, or you could ask what is the temperature of whole home. You could also set the temperature to a specific degree, make it 1 to 10 degrees warmer or cooler in here. Make whole home or whole house 3 degrees cooler. Or you could, do something like that. So let's actually make it 2 degrees warmer. And I'll do it both ways. Hello, Ivy. Hello, Ivy. Set whole home to 72 degrees.
Setting the whole house thermostat to 72 degrees.
And now we're going to lower it by just saying, you know, make it 2 degrees cooler in here. Hello, Ivy. Make it 2 degrees cooler in here.
Setting the home house thermostat to 69 degrees.
There you go. So it does work, and works really well. Again, although there are times where it just completely will not understand you, and it will give you, you know, the current temperature in Dubai or something. Which that has actually happened to me a few times. And, yeah. So that is basically the Ivee alarm clock. If you guys have any questions or comments, please put them down below in the comments section. And, you know, comment, rate, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just do it. And, yeah, if you have any issues with this review or any of other of my reviews, just please personal message me or comment on this video. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you have a great day.